Welcome back. I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Caden.
And we are best of kin. Sorry, I stole it from you, but I am
best of kin.
I am the best of kin.
We are best of kin.
I am very chatty today, actually. I'm feeling very chatty. I hope you're ready. I'm very just hyper. I have my coffee. Caden already had his coffee. You're just jealous of me.
I know.
Let's start with a little life update. Caden, what do you have for me? Anything at all?
Let me process the week.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta start shit.
You gotta start taking notes throughout the week of things you might want to update me with.
I start sentences so much with,
Oh.
And then I end it with
I don't notice, but that's...
Or I start with like...
You edit them, so you know.
Oh, I know.
You really know.
In a sense. This week has felt just like almost any other week.
Mm-hmm.
The cycle that I've put myself in, I need some change, like outside change, as far as like making a decision that could take me off a different path. And I'm not saying that in a very deep philosophical sense. I'm saying that like one day wake up early, just go on a hike, like that easy hike.
Yes.
Boom. That's gorgeous. One change that could
chain reaction of better things.
Stuff like that. And
it's hard to swing back after a wedding like season.
Oh, that's a good point. But yeah, again, it's like this constant now that like I've ingrained myself so well. It's like I'm on a schedule of I work, gym work. That's Monday, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
My Wednesdays are Lifetime, and then people are like, "Oh, shoot some pool," and then the same thing happens on Thursdays, and then Fridays I'm booked all day. Podcast.
Yep.
Home. Work the rest of the night.
Podcast. Yep.
Saturday I also work. And then that's also like, oh, Saturday, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Get fucked up, piece of shit. Sunday.
Edit like a little bit.
barely finish it. Monday night late. So it's like I'm staying up late, sleeping in, like just catching up on sleep.
Never getting fully caught up,
Sunday,
though.
Monday, and then finally feeling like myself a bit Tuesday, and then that's when Wednesday comes around where pool, Lucky, or pool at Woody's, pool squirrels. Yeah.
And then pretty soon it's summer, right? So it's going to be like pool parties.
Yeah.
Not billiards, but like more outdoor activities, I think. Maya, pool parties. Don't become a victim.
Well, those are Sundays too, so.
Oof.
Yeah, I can't be a victim.
You just have to take ownership of your life.
Yeah. Well, I can't, I just got to choose. I need to give value to actual special occasions,
Yes. Right. Like the wedding.
Weddings.
Otherwise, it doesn't have, you're right.
Really close friends' birthdays.
Diminishes. Yeah.
And then maybe like the top 2 festivals I go to in a year. Like, that's the only time where, let loose.
Yeah.
Which is going to still be frequent. Think about birthdays and what was the other one? Oh, yeah. Weddings is
like
frequent.
Our birthday, all of our birthdays are coming up. Like,
yeah, it's true.
It's the summer of birthdays. It's like Mother's Day.
I literally have something coming up. That's a
birthday.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
2 things.
You then have to prioritize
2 things this weekend, but it's not gonna be crazy.
Which friends do I need to do that with, and which ones?
Actually, I can say it. I got scared I couldn't say it because it's a podcast. I was like, oh fuck, Zach Deason's birthday. We're surprising him with all of his friends tomorrow.
Oh my god, I was like, my heart dropped when you said surprising him. I'm like, I know, Caden. But by the time this comes out,
it'll be Tuesday.
Totally.
And so I don't even know if he listens.
Oh, so. What a little bitch. In that case.
Oh my god. Yeah, right. He's not listening. Fuck that guy. No. Yeah, so that'll be nice. Guy. And then I'm actually finally going to Global Sunday. Gonna get lunch. It's Charles' birthday.
At Leia or at Thea?
Thea.
Ah!
At like 12:30 or something.
Cool.
Because he again tried to do a reservation. It was the only slot available.
Yeah. You have to go. You have to, do your lunch, whatever. But literally,
isn't that at the rooftop?
Thea is the rooftop. It's incredible. The views are incredible. I'm glad you're going in the day so you can see the views. Again, it's like downtown Tempe, downtown Phoenix, Camelback, the mountain. You're at the base of Camelback. So the mountain's just like the view behind you. Stunning, incredible.
You can see downtown Tempe.
Yes, next to downtown Phoenix, like from afar, because you're kind of you're elevated.
Yeah,
and it does elevate.
Well, I'm saying that you got Tempe, and then you're looking over there, and you got
but they're like right next to each other. From that perspective.
Interesting. Oh, I guess so. I guess you're right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because it's more that way. Looking.
Yeah. So it's like a 360 situation, outdoor lounge, indoor, gorgeous, stunning restaurant and bar.
Have you eaten there yet though?
I only got a little bit of food at the bar after that welcome party that I told you about last week. When I was like super
Mm-hmm.
drunk and like was like burrata. I don't know if I told you. I was like, I need like something, and so I was like, oh, there's a burrata. Literally, it
Yeah.
didn't come with bread. It was just like a ball of cheese. I was like, bro, give me
Oh,
something to like dip in
just
the
straight up
fucking. It
burrata.
was just a burrata
Every time
little
I hear that,
ball.
I think about
I think about like burrata
oh,
flatbread
I always
or
think about we
something.
have our pasta at the
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah. So it
I
was
think
just a
I
piece of
equate
cheese,
it to a pasta. I
and
forget
then
it's just the
I had to
cheese.
then order pita, and then I had to wait for that, and then I scarfed that, and then we left. But no, I haven't had a proper meal.
Or
I had like the catered meal at the welcome party, but you need to go to the Thea thing, but you literally need to then go get a coffee at the lobby bar at Lay Market and just kind of
say
like do a
less. What
round.
about
Walk around the lobby. You can literally sit in the lobby. People just sit in the lobby and work. Like very, very cool. Go around the courtyard. Just kind of like dip your like head into the. Just check all the things out. There's a little outdoor pool, cabana pool situation. Pink Dolphin. Go check that
Pink Dolphin?
out.
Yeah, I heard that it's not the best.
That's fine. It's
I'd be
like
hearing things.
so. In my
Just saying,
opinion,
global's
they're
all
not
just word
trying
of
to
mouth
compete with like Palm Springs, like the Parker,
for
like
sure.
I think they're just like an amenity for the guests staying and to justify $1,000 a night, right? It's like an amenity for the guests to be able to lay by the pool. It's not necessarily a place you would go out of your way, I think, and spend a whole day at because it's just like
Oh yeah,
a
no way.
pool.
But is it on the roof, right?
No,
Oh,
no, it's like ground floor.
because I every time I drive by, I see those umbrellas on the roof. That's
That is the members only club
members only club, huh?
on that half roof in the half balcony.
Yeah.
The top is there. Then there's the members only, which I got to take a peek at when I did a tour a couple
What?
weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay, member.
I might do their cocktail
I was gonna say, would
napkins.
you technically eventually become a member?
Oh my God, no,
Because
Kaden.
of
It is
what does
like
that mean? Like
it's
you're
like
an investor?
no. So literally the members, the only perks you get is like you get to go to that members only restaurant and bar like for free, I assume. And you don't even get like free overnight stays. It's like a $75,000 initiation fee. And then another,
So it's like a country club,
it's like another 5-figure number for an annual, like every year. Um, but I can't remember exactly how much it costs, but I know that they've raked in like tens of millions already just on the members paying their fees.
yeah, just
And they
one
just opened in
member. What'd you say?
December.
75K?
75K just to initiate, right? Just
Can
to
you
be
imagine having that money?
called a member. And I've literally seen Sam Fox taking a meeting with someone who then I was in the lobby when this was happening. He was taking a meeting with Sam Fox. Sam Fox left. Then this guy's parents came over. They all looked just dripping in wealth, like just very like old, but like just so quiet luxury. And he was just like talking to them about like becoming a member and like the park and like, oh, wonderful. Yes, most wonderful.
Quiet luxury. I like that.
That's like kind of the trend right now ever since Sophie Richie's wedding.
Sophie Richie.
Yes, she went from dating like Scott Disick and being a little like
Could...
okay. And then now
I was
is
trying to think of the
married
word for you.
to a media mogul billionaire's son and now is pregnant and like however her father-in-law is Lucian Grange, who is literally the guy working with like Diddy, like who was named all throughout the thing. Her father-in-law, owns Universal Music Group, which is the group that pulled their songs from TikTok.
Oh lordy.
Yeah, all these things are so crazy. But back to global. Anyway, no, we
Quiet
don't have to
luxury though. That's just like you're not loud. Show it off.
you don't need to have like the Balenciaga on your shirt.
Yeah.
It's like a
I mean, if I
t-shirt,
were
but it's
ever,
like
that's what I would be. I would hope.
totally. But anyway, so the members only, they don't really get a lot of perks. It's just to say you're a member and you get the private access and I'm sure free valet. I don't know. You don't get
Damn.
much. It's quite literally like a country club vibe. Yeah. Just to say you're a
Yeah,
member.
that's what I was gonna say. It's
I'm
just
sure you have a card
the
that says like
status.
global member.
75.
And there's like a private entrance, like its own entrance, like a double doors in the lobby with like frosted glass, so you like can't
Crazy.
see inside. Yeah. So what I'm saying is you got to do a little tour after your Thea, just so you can like soak it
Yeah, it'll
in,
be
see the
daytime, so it'll be good.
vibes. You never know. Maybe you'll help me with like deliveries there in the future
Help you
if I
with
need a
deliveries,
hand.
huh? Dude,
Yeah,
all
if
these
I need a hand.
our new future upbringings. You're
Like, what can I make
get to work,
everyone around
boy.
me do? Yeah.
But to recap my week, yeah, just catching
yes.
up from wedding, literally sleeping, like just waking up, just so tired and just falling asleep, like cannot get out of bed because of lack of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That was my Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Have you seen me at all this week?
No.
I think I have. Wow, that's what I'm saying.
No, I haven't seen you since you came over and like picked up your laundry last
Yeah, Sunday.
Friday when I was
when we
hungover.
had to record.
Oh my God, then you came over Sunday.
Is that weird?
So yeah, I saw you Sunday, but
Yeah. So yeah, lazy sack of shit,
cool.
and then
It's been a
working.
crazy week with the solar eclipse on Monday. Nothing
Yeah.
I mean, I've been
Oh
seeing
yeah,
some
that's right.
stuff, right? Like,
Forgot about that already. I already forgot
I
about
know.
that.
Life, whatever. Life goes on,
TikTok was
dude.
cool that day,
Like,
like to be able to see it and like
yeah.
cool photos and all these different settings. Like
Yeah.
people on planes seeing it.
Yeah. There was
pilots
a
and
lot,
fighter jets.
of course, a lot of conspiracy theories as well. Maybe
yeah,
we can
nothing
dive in
like-
later because we're talking more
yeah.
about theories later. But no, the world didn't end. So there's that.
We're here.
We live another day.
And we continue to manifest.
I have a little life update. You're gonna
Yeah,
love.
it's your turn.
You're gonna love this, Kaden.
And to Jocelyn.
On Wednesday, I took my first voice lesson.
What? Damn, cats
I
got
didn't
you
tell
going crazy.
anyone. No, that song. No, I'm not kidding. I was like,
wait, yo, touch me.
Yeah.
I was sorry.
After that, it wasn't like that day. I was like, I must learn to sing
It
this
was
song.
tickling your pickle for sure.
But it did trigger the thought process of like,
I can do that.
I could do that if I trained, if I warmed it up, if
Uh-huh.
I practiced. I know I could actually do. I sing quite a lot of songs, right? And then I had the thought of like, it might be so sad to be like on my deathbed and be like, I never like
showed the world
tuned
my voice.
No, but like kept that instrument tuned, right? Like I never did any. And it's not even about performing. It's not about singing on TikTok. It's like literally, it's just like if for me to just move on forever because I couldn't figure out what to do with it after graduating high school, you know, it's like it's been 12 years. Like that's so sad. Like I've literally not really even like I don't even sing in the car much. Like I just don't sing that much
I feel like I
ever.
sing more than
You sing more than me. And so I found a girl like 8 minutes away who is
How?
a professional voice coach. Just
Straight up
my
Google
research. Yeah.
Vocal teacher.
She grew up Mormon singing with her dad.
You're telling,
And I was like, okay, that's literally my life story, little bitch.
that's the point. That's synchronicity. You're
Isn't
on the right
that funny?
path.
And she's
You're on the right
I have
path.
no idea how old she is, but she is so fucking cool. She is like, she trains people to sing modern music. So that has been my struggle is like, I have a theatrical background. So I feel like every song I sing like has a musical theater like perspective.
High pitch vibrato.
I would go to her to train me to sing modern music and use my voice in a healthy way, learn how to use
did it go?
It went so well. Like loved her.
Is she a good singer? Like, did you guys like?
She didn't sing at all, but she just was playing the piano while we were doing warm ups, and she was just gauging my range. She was singing like,
How was
hello,
your
how
range?
high. She went like 2 steps higher on like in person than like the homework she sent me home with, which is like on her YouTube. Is
Homework, yeah.
She gave me homework,
bro.
yeah. So
It's like your new hobby.
she told me it was like, well, that's the thing. I was like, I kind of want another creative hobby, and then I was like, well, I already have like singing background. Like that would be the easiest thing to do. So, and it's like a thing to go and do and like take a lesson and like something that I enjoy doing, haven't done in a while. And like,
That's crazy.
even if I haven't, okay. So that it was like an hour long. And this first one was literally just talking about my goals and like what I'm doing, my background. And yeah, she literally grew up Mormon. Like that is her ancestry, just like ours is like the pilgrims,
So you got
like the Mormon
pipes, yeah.
pioneers, the pioneers. And she, like left the church after getting married in the temple, like after starting like a life as a Mormon. She was
You know
like,
which
yeah,
temple
I
she got
left
married in?
pre-internet after like getting married in the temple. So she didn't even, I was like, oh, so it wasn't even like a research. And she was like, no, it was just a feeling.
Is she from here though?
She is from, it wasn't about her. So I don't know as much about her, but
It was about
she
you.
is from Arizona, I think. Like, I think that is the thing. But her studio is a cute little house, like near downtown, like a cute little bungalow. And it's like,
She have nice like acoustics, like
so
panels up or
she
some
plays
shit?
piano, she plays guitar. She also has a recording studio, Kaden. And you can like mix.
In there.
Yes, and she could literally record an album if you wanted, like with you.
Whoa.
And she teaches singer-songwriting. And she teaches, so like instead of taking a guitar or piano lesson and literally just like learning how to read music, she'll literally just teach you how to accompany yourself and like write music without having to learn like piano.
Damn, she sounds extremely
So I'm
talented.
like, that's literally been my hang up my whole life is just not being able to read music, not really caring to learn.
Have you always wanted to be a songwriter? Like
Not necessarily,
any
but
interest in that?
somewhat part of me thinks that would be fun for like me and Logan to like write music. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because he can produce, and like that is like when we are sitting around the house, like as
Yeah.
a family, have nothing to do. Like, Sienna, put some harmony on this. You know what I mean? Just like for fun as a family, I think it'd be fun to do. And Sienna is like singing little ditties here and there, and like her pitch is
Little
perfect. And I'm like,
ditties.
okay, we'll see. So, anyways, this lesson went super well. I would like to do more. I mean, it just depends on like what I can afford, but I would love to do it minimum once a month. I would like to afford to do it obviously every other week. But you know what I
I know.
love? She every now and again in the little there's a little backyard at this little casita. She hosts for her students a little stage place to perform and like invite out friends and family, and like everyone kind of jams together, all of her students.
At
I'm
her
like, that's so
house?
cute at the studio house. It's
Oh.
not like her house.
Oh, I
It's a house
see.
that's she doesn't live there. It's
Oh,
just
to
her
rent it out.
studio. It's a
Gotcha.
no, she purchased like
Oh,
she bought a
shit.
house
That's
for her
sick.
studio. Yeah. So that would be fun. The
That is
next
so
one
cool.
is in May. I don't think I would be okay. So my homework, Kaden. First of all, I have to do these voice exercises every single day. Okay. It's like a 10-minute thing. And I have to pick 3 songs to sing for her so that she can like actually hear me sing and like
Whoa.
what I
Are you
do when I
nervous or
sing.
some shit?
I'm not nervous, but I'm like, I have no fucking clue. Because whenever I think of like audition songs, I'm like, okay, theater. But I'm not
I've
going to sing
been
theater.
waiting for a
I need
while
to
now.
sing like a real modern song and like sing it beginning to end. It's been such a long time since I've sung a song beginning to end and like tried the whole time. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like me
always a
singing
chorus.
choruses in and out in the car. Like, so I have a couple that I'm thinking about, but
Which ones?
we don't have to do this right now. We have a
Why
heavy
not?
topic today.
No, I know.
No, but
It's
there's a couple that, okay, maybe you can help me.
I
Maybe you can
know.
help me find one. Of course, I feel like I have to sing a Brandy Carlisle song, like one of them. I have
The eye.
Linger from the Cranberries, which I think would be a perfect song to warm up with. Like, that's the first one I sing because it's more mellow, but it isn't too slow. You know that.
Sounds familiar to me.
Okay.
I've heard cranberries, but I'm trying to think of the actual song. But
Do you have to? Do you
oh
have
yeah.
to? Do you
Oh,
have to? Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Do you want to do like any
And I told her because my experience is mostly like to learn a song in high school, I would just listen to the song a million times until I got it right. But then I'm like imitating the person singing the song. So I told her, I was like, I feel like I've always been imitating the artist and not necessarily like
yeah,
finding my song,
you
like
don't
my
know your
sound.
true voice.
And that's what I said. She was like, so many people come to me because they want to find like their voice.
Yeah, because you're
I'm just
always
singing along,
subconsciously singing along or in character,
imitating
right?
in
Yeah,
character as
imitating.
a theater. Yes, exactly.
What about some Adele?
Okay. Maybe, but I'm not going to show off. Like
No,
she
I know,
also
but like,
said, don't sing a song that you literally can't go all the way through comfortably. Like
don't
if
you like?
I'm straining trying to hit
Yeah,
notes just to show off, like that's like not the point. She literally just wants to like hear me sing because we had only done warm-ups and I'm not like, oh, like I'm not like going full out. I'm like la la la, you know.
yeah.
So it's literally just for her to see if I have any bad habits or how my breathing is. My goals are to have better control because I have great volume, right? I have great volume, I have great diction,
Oh yeah,
and I have great range.
beyond.
So I just want to learn how to harness these things and have more control over my voice, which
It's exciting.
literally it's
What about
exciting
a?
because she is the perfect person for this really specific like need that I have. Like she is the probably only person in Phoenix that could assist me with this and has the setup, has the tools, has the education. And I'm just obsessed with her.
Can't help falling in love.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a little slow. And she said, sing it however you would normally sing it. If that means you're singing from your phone, like looking at the
Oh, I
lyrics
can't.
and singing along, like to the thing, like that's how it'll be. Like I won't have like a mic and she's not going to be accompanying me. I'm going to be like singing with my phone in front of her. So it's got to be something that that doesn't require like too much support from the track to where I feel
So like a good acapella, basically.
Like, right, exactly. It's gonna feel very like bare.
Halo's kind of out of your range.
Oh
Huh?
my God, no, I'm not doing that.
What about a Lady
Probably no
Gaga?
Beyonce.
Like Million
I know.
Reasons
I
or
actually sang those. That's the thing. I was like spending the other day like
Joanne?
just
Wait,
singing all
right?
these things out loud, and yeah, I sang that, and I'm like, some of these get a little yelly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to go like.
I'm not trying to be screaming like in the studio, but she did tell me I needed to get over like my fear of like people hearing me like in the apartment, or yeah, she's like, that's a huge block people have, and like why they can't belt is because they're afraid of people hearing them. We don't have to go too far into
I
this.
know.
Maybe we could have with jingles with Jocelyn, right?
Sam Smith.
You could be like recommending. Yeah, there's actually a duet that Sam Smith does with Brandy Carlisle. That's from one of Brandy Carlisle's songs that I really like that I've been thinking of. It's called Party of One. That one's really good. It's probably a Brandy song.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So it's just fun to like be working through songs again. Like it's been 12 years since I've like had a task to like pick a song, work through it, decide how I'm going to sing it, and then like get feedback. She said, for feedback, she said, I have a beautiful instrument. And she said, I think everybody should sing. She's like, I think everybody should sing and can sing. But like, if anyone's going to sing, like you should be singing. Like you should really be singing.
Well, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like that's nice.
Told you so, bitch.
No. And it's like, but everybody wants me to be a singer, and that I don't want to like that be my entire personality.
Just to sing
But
more.
it's just nice to sing more, yeah. I'm sure mom and dad will be thrilled.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. They're going to be through a lot of things.
A lot of things. So that's my life update. I thought you would love that. You're literally still looking for songs for me because you're so excited.
Oh, no.
And again, I don't want to do anything from theater.
I was thinking like Chloe and Haley or
it's so hard. I do love R&B, and I was looking at SZA. I was looking at Logan told me to sing Willow Smith. That's funny. I'm like,
oh, I said Georgia.
I was thinking.
But yeah, no, Willow.
I heard you say
Female energy part 2.
Yeah, Logan also was saying that, but I just think that again, I would be trying too hard to sound like her singing the song, and wouldn't like be able to sing it in my own way while I'm singing along, because then it won't be like on the same beat. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it'll sound like it'll be just too hard to do that.
Because all the songs that are fun to sing are pretty like difficult in range, right?
Yeah.
Like a George Michael song or Elton John.
I mean, I could probably do a George Michael song.
Or
we'll look into this later.
I love music. So
I know. I knew you would love this.
Lana Del Rey.
I also looked at Casey Musgraves.
Dude, I fucking love
Happy
her.
and Sad. I love that song. And the
one with Zach Bryan.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, I think I've heard that. Dude, some folk. That'd be nice. Like you kind of like indie folk
I think
song.
that I have some country to me.
Ooh, I can find you some of that.
Someday. Maybe a little Kelsey Ballerini.
I think I'm edging.
Is it Kelsey Ballerina or Ballerini? I've heard about her. I heard she's an industry plant.
Kelsey.
She was on the Songland show with Ryan Tedder. Did you ever watch that?
Would be dope. No.
All right. Do we want to put a bookmark, whatever?
Put a clip in it.
Put a clip in it for later. Do you want to do just like a super quick? I don't really have a real catching up, Kaden. I just wanted to mention a couple of things.
Yeah, go ahead.
OJ is dead.
What?
Did you hear that?
OJ
died yesterday from cancer.
What?
5 members of
OJ Simpson.
OJ Simpson died yesterday.
Dead. Are you? Let me.
100%.
Show me the Carfax.
OJ Simpson died yesterday, and he will now be the 5th or 6th person from the legal defense team, right? That have died of cancer.
Hold on. What?
5 people from his defense team have died of cancer.
They know something.
No, like they're literally living with the guilt and shame of defending a murderer and getting him out of jail, and now they're all being like killed by their own.
Interesting. Cancer.
They know they're guilty.
Are you sure?
Died April 10th, 2024.
I need to. Is there a headline though?
It literally says in his bio, died April 10th. And then let's look at some
how's there not
headlines.
any news? That would be
news.
Frontline news.
Caitlyn Jenner offers blunt two-word response after OJ. I keep saying
Dude,
John Jay and
Joseph.
Rich. OJ Simpson death. She said a
Eric
good riddance,
Hugh.
I think.
Can I see the iPad real
OJ
quick?
Simpson, yep, died.
As I have a laptop in front of me.
He needs the Carfax.
Oh my God. This must have happened like last
And you
night.
know what I feel? The world is healing.
All of OJ Simpson.
Like we have entered
Dude,
the correct reality.
I feel like this would just, it's so
it
weird.
just happened, okay?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to mention it.
Okay, CNN, that makes.
Okay, really?
Well, CNN, I was looking just for the
It's
big
in his
ones.
Google like bio.
Yeah,
Died.
that's Google. OJ Simpson dead at 76, died of cancer. Where did that come from, though? Wouldn't people know he had cancer?
Not a lot of people know what he's up to these days.
I feel like maybe some people hide it too, because what's his face? Chadwick.
Like he hid it. That was sad.
Oh, yeah.
But like, yeah, people just want privacy at that time in their lives.
That is fucking crazy.
I know.
That's wild, dude. What the hell?
I know. Earth is clearing up the trash.
He definitely did it.
He did it. He's like, if the gloves fit.
He did it.
And the
JFK
gloves fit perfectly. I watched that docu-series where Ross Geller played Robert Kardashian.
Ross Geller?
From Friends.
Never seen it.
You would like it. Great American Crime Story or something like that.
I might have never seen Friends. But yeah, also that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's big news.
Big news.
That's very catching up.
Big news. And now Kris Jenner is sort of being implicated. I don't think she's in the Diddy docs, but Corey Gamble is associated with Diddy, and people are saying Corey Gamble is a Fed, and like Kris Jenner like pimps out her daughters and makes deals with the devil.
Shit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, these are just the current conspiracies I'm seeing since the Diddy stuff has happened.
On Timothy.
I heard she was pregnant. That was like a rumor.
Can you imagine fucking two dudes that are very famous and both having their kid?
Set for life.
Still, like growing up, like
Yeah,
my dad's Travis Scott and my stepdad is Timothy. That's crazy.
Extremely crazy.
Travis
It's
Scott,
true. Dude. Second piece of news I saw this week that like it's so laughable because like we can't do shit about it, and this goes back to our privacy paradox episode
Kendrick Drake beef.
We can get to that if you'd like.
Go ahead.
This is a little more tech news. Big tech. We're pivoting a little bit. Meta sold all of our private Facebook messages to Netflix for $100 million. I'll say it again. Meta. Do you want the Carfax?
Oh wait, I got Carfax.
Meta sold for $100 million every private Facebook DM for $100 million so that they can make content based on probably our deepest, darkest thoughts, probably on what we tell our friends we liked on Netflix or what we didn't like. Like they are probably going to use AI to create content based on our private messages. That's what I would surmise.
Just saw that.
I'm like, oh, you have 100 million, but we can't share passwords. You have 100 million to spend on our DMs, but we can't even share passwords without you. $16.
This
$16
is I just looked up like a close Reddit post and someone commented, "Remember, when something is free, you are the product."
That's exactly what it is. It's our data. It's our attention to advertisers. And is our data to other companies that we have zero say of how our data is used because we agree on every terms and conditions.
You're so right.
Sure. We can't say shit.
Which is a kind of...
This is the price you pay for convenience.
Yes, and the price is costly.
And I think as we get through time... Why are you about to...
No, I just thought I smelled something.
Oh, it wasn't me.
All right, go ahead.
It's your breath.
Go ahead.
Just kidding.
As we go about time.
As we go through time and space, I think more and more people will realize the price we pay for convenience and want to start pulling back and just like go back. We talked about this. Go back to the time where you're making your own food in your backyard and like you start getting rid of some of those conveniences. You know? Because I think about also like we just found out Lunchables has just the most insane amount of lead in them. Again, the price you pay for convenience. We have no clue. And it's not even public, like, what's what's it? What's the public? What's the fucking word?
Knowledge.
Thank you. Public knowledge, like most things that are bad for us. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
it is. Everything that is bad for us is in front of our face, but because of convenience,
because we look up, we turn a blind eye.
which is, it's literally a psychological warfare on us. Like all big pharma, big product is
big
to
tech.
just make us fucking sick and stuck forever.
Sick and stuck and trapped and like just spinning the wheel of capitalism for them to print more money for
just because
wars.
convenience. Like we're that weak minded, honestly.
I know.
Just like
but
we
doesn't
talked
it
about.
make you
Just
want
had those cookies
to?
last night.
I know.
And
I've been eating like shit ever since the wedding because it's like you're drinking and you want takeout the next day, and then the next day you're like.
But then those cravings sit, and then you're like, body like.
And then I feel starving because I haven't had any like real food, and then I'm like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you're
like
I've
never been hungrier.
But just like I had my. Did I tell you I did a 3-day fast?
A 3-day fast?
Did we not talk about that?
I knew that you were doing at least 1 to 2 days.
72
also,
hours.
I'm having like the weirdest deja vu right now, Kaden.
We're on the right path.
No, I'm having the weirdest deja vu about us like having a podcast, but like me picturing us on a couch doing a podcast like years and years ago, and having like years and years ago having like a vision of the future, and like we were like in like a TV screen, like
that's essentially what a deja vu is.
And then like zooming in, and then like we're on a couch like doing a pod. I feel like I had that image like a while ago.
Whoa.
So sorry to interrupt.
Logan wanted us to do a picture of like this right now and then put it on the screen. So it was like an inception of us.
Like forever.
Like someone took a picture of the wide right now.
Yeah.
And then that was
put
our
that on the
TV. So our next one, it's.
That's funny.
Yeah. So he was like, he said best of conception. I was like, holy shit. That's kind of clever, bro. He has his moments.
He has.
Anyway.
He deserves credit. Yeah.
Before the deja vu. Oh, yeah. We'll get back. I'm bringing this back. I fasted because Mason wanted to do it as a challenge, and I realized like how intuitively I eat on unnecessary times. Right? There's food right there. I'm like, ooh, free food, like at work, something like that. But when you eat like shit, you get this feeling of hunger, like you need food, but like in a really bad way. Whereas like when I was fasting, I was like totally cleansed. Like I didn't feel the need.
And when you were hungry, it was enough to be able to mentally almost turn it off and like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had electrolytes, which is less than 10 calories, and water.
Yeah.
And
3 days. And
yeah,
how'd you feel after?
Kept going.
Right.
Good.
Right.
Like, clear-minded.
Once you get over the
sharp,
hump. Yeah. Toxins have been
no
flushed.
crashes. I mean, I did have some caffeine. Oh yeah, black coffee. That helped me a lot too.
Yeah.
Just for black coffee in the morning.
A little energy.
Yeah. But then go back to what you were saying prior to that, making a circle round. We were talking about social media. Yes, we're the products. My segue was I was having a kind of deep convo with my coworker yesterday, Marco, about how just like any other app, Hinge is the same way. Like they don't want you
to find love.
And just the thing is, like when you pay for that $15 subscription, they do supply every single baddie there is. Like every single one's a hit.
Yeah.
So it's like this mind game of thinking that one of the, like, imagine how many guys are in all their DMs.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
and they get to just.
So imagine if you go on a date and then like you do one bad thing. It's a complete red flag for them just because they're like, oh, I have David tomorrow anyway. Like,
or like get up and sit at the table right next to you and they're like, I have this date right here.
Yeah. Like I already have like things lined up. And then it's like, if all these guys are getting all these hot girls, then they're not probably loyal. Like they're going to want to try and explore. So
because you think it's that it's really just fallacy of thinking you have all these options in the world when really they're not all good for you.
So yeah, it is the same thing. Like they want you to stay on. They want you to, how else are they going to make money?
Exactly.
Hinge would not exist.
You always have to think of like who's making money in this situation.
Yeah.
And that's who's controlling it.
And you're just being tricked and benefiting because you hear the one successful story.
Yes.
Or yeah. So it is a complete waste of time. Mm-hmm. It really is. It's just a dopamine hit.
And you know what I just learned? It's like,
so,
you have to figure out like
I'm gonna meet someone in person. Like that's
oh my god, of course.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Though, like it's not gonna happen that way. Why would I want it to anyway? I want to just go ahead though. What were you saying?
Just back to like you have to think of like who is lobbying for certain things and
Can
like
you define that for me? Every time someone uses that, I kind of get like confused.
So basically, okay, here's a good example. Just discovered, and this is very like apparent. This was not like a shock. Formula companies for baby formula, okay, are lobbying against paternity leave for Americans because they want moms to have to go to work, to have to give their kids formula and to not be able to breastfeed.
So lobbying is just teaming up on an
idea? Lobbying is going into Congress, wherever, meeting with politicians to convince them to vote certain ways for or against their cause. They're like, formula companies like, we can't have moms home breastfeeding. We're going to lose money. You have to not let them have maternity leave.
Bro, if you
That's
just
why
equate it
America
to
is
everything like
literally
that.
That's why America is literally one of the worst countries for medical care, paternity leave, anything, child care, anything that has to do with like say, the children.
Affordable.
And that's why we talk about like Arizona Supreme Court just like ruling on the abortion ban.
That's catching up for sure.
It's so bad that Trump even made a statement saying that they went too far. That's like how bad it is of a decision.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Like that even Trump said they went too far. They'll have a conversation with them. We'll talk about this. We'll figure it out. But I mean, I like everyone I know is like signing petitions and is like
it should
trying to turn this around.
It has to be.
I feel like it's gonna get turned around like pretty quick. Like
it's like majorities
like
of America, I would hope, is pro-choice.
And like we talked about, it has nothing to do with the children, because if they cared about the children, they would like the foster system wouldn't be what it is. They would like give a shit about childcare. It wouldn't be so outrageously expensive. Like if it was about the kids, it would be obvious that they cared about kids. But
shit.
It's about, we talked about this, but it's about, controlling women. Yeah. It's about setting a precedent to establish power over women's healthcare. And abortion is an easy like precedent because of religion, because everyone has such strong religious feelings about it, that it's like the perfect thing to like distract people about arguing about abortion. Meanwhile, like it has nothing to do with abortion. It has everything to do with setting a precedent. And that's all of my little catching up.
OJ dead.
Arizona
trying to abort abortions.
No, not well. Arizonans are trying to. Oh. Yeah. Wow, that was like a mind fuck. Speaking of mind fucks, that's the perfect transition into our topic today, which is theories of the universe.
I can't wait for you to continue keep watching Three Body Problem, though.
We started Three Body Problem. We are on episode 4, I think.
You think?
I will say, in terms of like how I like the show, I like the show. Some of the dialogue is a little corny, in my opinion.
For sure. That one girl.
There's some scenes that I'm just kind of like,
she's so hot, though.
Someone isn't selling this. I don't know who it is, and maybe it's Isa Gonzalez because she's so stunning.
Yeah, Augie.
I'm not saying like scientists can't be hot, but you're telling
it's her
me
acting. She's just like,
it needs to be someone more the Theranos girl, the blonde Elizabeth, whatever her name is, who has the deep voice, and she does Theranos, and she has the like one blood prick is all you need to test for every. That's like what I think of when I think of like a. But granted, wasn't she? She was a hack. She was a fraud. So I guess not.
Yeah,
I guess Isa Gonzalez is, I feel like, who knows? Maybe that's perfect casting.
Ana de Armas.
Ana de Armas looks just like her, yeah.
But she could have maybe acted better.
Potentially, yeah.
Some
scenes
are just like, okay, keep going.
Yeah, some of the dialogue is cheesy.
With the story.
But the idea of, and it's so funny because I had just mentioned that I thought like the earthquakes happening were because of the gravitational pull of the aligned planetary bodies creating like the tectonic plate shifting. And that literally happened, like in this, the three body problem, like created a gravitational pull and like created a chaotic environment. And like was like that, it like literally was doing that. I was like, oh my God, like that's legit.
Okay, I can't wait for you to get the next.
No, it's such a good,
God, it just gets you like.
I feel like it's
relates it to today.
It's crazy how parallel it feels to how I feel currently about we've been, like you said, dark forest theory. We've been calling out into this dark forest, and people are probably coming and taking over. But they're so much more advanced than us that we probably didn't even notice the takeover because they have like silk screen, whatever, like invisibility technology. Like you never know.
Like it reminds me of a lot of how we have certain beliefs of religion and shit, right? But then that alienation that seems real becomes their lord, right?
Oh my God, right?
So
He's like my lord,
like
because they're a higher power.
That's what humans are. Yeah,
it's literally the food chain. It's like we are the bottom. We are the bottom, and we are very susceptible.
Oh my God, so bad.
Because then
one thing can happen, right? Let's say aliens come, then it's like, well, that just shits on almost every religion,
like
Oh,
like people would be.
There's a new god.
Ooh, that's the thing I don't like is like worshiping. Because it's like, Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of theories.
Let's talk about the
In
universe.
the show, someone mentioned the many worlds theory. Do you know what that is?
The
According
many worlds.
Yes, according to the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, there may be multiple copies of us living in multiple worlds.
Well, yeah.
So every single time there's a choice made or a split in the path, it's not one or the other. They both happen simultaneously.
Like every choice you make?
Every single time there's any kind of quantum split,
I see.
it splits off and is also existing at the same time as opposed to instead of. So I looked into this a little bit more. Schrodinger was the scientist who introduced the idea of simultaneous experiences. He said every result.
Wasn't that kind of relation to deja vus?
Right, because you could be potentially tapping into a simultaneous experience.
Because
and just
an
be like,
infinite number amount of or galaxies, right, and stars.
Uh-huh.
There's an infinite amount of possibilities of you existing in every way possible you could ever
right,
exist.
right. Because
simultaneously.
there is that capacity of the universe.
Yeah.
It's so big and it's ever growing. It stretches.
It's expanding. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's endless.
How
could that not be?
Then later in the 50s, Hugh Everett introduced the idea of the universe splitting into different versions of itself when faced with quantum choices, which then muddied the waters of physics for decades because people were like, well, fuck. If that's happening, we can't track, nothing we track even matters because it's only this one universe. It's not like this, whatever we're studying is like true for every single possibility. It's just true for this one experience. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
So they can't even, it's literally like 3-body problem. They were like trying to figure out how the sun worked right on that planet, like that mission. It's like basically studying this planet and then figuring out like, oh, every single possibility exists. And this is just the one that this is.
Due to the science we have. But also then like something else can be discovered, which would then eliminate the science that we know. Like it's like bending the rules.
Right. Exactly.
Like discovering a more ancient rock. Like, oh shit, so
yes.
Earth is older than
yes,
this.
Exactly. Exactly. So exactly.
That's how they say Earth or however rock old however like old it is in the past until another one's discovered and then that's the oldest.
And then that's
so
we move our benchmark.
How
and
long
that's why it's like
lasted
relativity, right? Like relative
exactly,
to where we are in time, we perceive all these other things, but yeah, like relative to where you are, like it's just like different.
Yeah,
the benchmarks are constantly moving.
Forever
so then
changing.
There's this quote: every quantum transition taking place in every star, in every galaxy, in every remote corner of the universe is splitting our local world on Earth into a myriad of copies of itself.
Myriad of copies
so
of itself.
Every transition, right, like every choice, right, every like transition taking place
exists
in every corner of the universe is splitting our world on Earth into just endless copies.
Basically,
every choice is splitting Earth into a copy. Like it's literally like duplicate, and then each one is playing out in their own path.
Yeah,
essentially. And then so what is that? A computer. Like you take a step back and you look at that, and it's like all of these little like almost like nerve endings.
So we're computers that created computers.
We are. Okay, so let's move into that. The simulation theory.
The Matrix.
The simulation theory. Simulation theory says that we are all likely living in an extremely powerful computer program directed by an entity outside of our physical comprehension. In this situation, humans are not necessarily real, tangible beings, but instead predetermined, coded constructs of the digital world that we inhabit. Living in a simulation can be likened to living in a gigantic game of Sims, except we ourselves are the characters inside the screen. Have you ever had a moment when you were like younger where you were just comprehending like who you are and like what you're doing here and you're just like getting mind fucked?
So bad.
When I was 5, I remember having a thought of like looking at my hands, and it was a little bit of like a derealization, maybe depersonalization of just like taking almost a step back and realizing like I am me. I kept saying that over and over again. I am me. Like I will never, ever experience anything outside of this like lens that I see.
Yeah.
And that freaked me the fuck out. That bugged me. I was like, I will literally only ever know life as this perspective, this POV. Like I will never see anything else ever again.
Vice versa.
In this life.
I can think what it looks like for you to look at me right now.
I know.
From your perspective.
But like, no. And yeah, like to feel what it feels like being another person. Like, and that's like what this life
For
is.
real.
You know what I mean? To
You
like
can't ever
to
judge
have
anyone because
this
you're
life
not
experience
in their shoes. You're literally not them.
And you know what? And if you were in their shoes, I think that's also what this is testing like all these different variables, what choices you make. It's like a thought experiment, right? It's like, what choices does this person make when they are given this childhood, this upbringing, this location?
Those
Do they
cookies.
persevere? Do they fall? Like,
I eat
no.
them.
Think about it on like a grander
Yeah,
scale, you
gotcha.
know, like what would, and it's like, if I was born, you know, some people believe like if I
Seconds
was
later.
born, well, then it's like you have free choice. So it's like, you have freedom of choice. But some people think like, for example, if I was born Hitler, like I would have made the exact same choices he would have made because he did make them, because that's what the, like, you know what I mean?
Well, people there also thought he was like doing good, you know?
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're at and time and
But that's
space.
what's kind of fucked with us, is that we're always thinking we're the good guys.
Oh my God, I know. Well, that's just America's problem in general.
Yeah.
That's our the American dream.
But
what?
So
I'm just saying,
every
like,
decision,
some people believe like you would literally make the same choices if you were me, if you were given like my childhood, if you were given, you know what I mean? It's like, that's why you can't
that's what
judge.
people like, or envy, right? Because someone's like, oh, if I just like was that good of an actor? Like, oh God, I want to be Robert Downey Jr. so bad. He's so cool, Iron Man. It's like, but you didn't like go through the drugs and go to jail. And,
yeah, you aren't him.
Like,
you didn't have that life experience.
And you wouldn't even want to. Like, let's say want to be Tiger Woods, just the Masters right now from our golf fans. You don't want to live the life that he did to be as good as he is. Point. Yeah, like to be like that.
And that wasn't
point
your
of
purpose.
Greatness. No, it's not.
Or your path, or your
and also,
true.
Was that what you believe
destiny.
Though? Like everything happens for a reason though, which is crazy because if you're all these decisions are determining your life.
Like I don't necessarily believe in like, oh, that's just a coincidence. Like I don't believe in coincidences, but I believe coincidences have a deeper meaning. Purpose. I think everything has a purpose, but I do still think that you can go against your purpose in life and make the wrong choices and go down the wrong path. I don't think that, and I think the universe sends signs to try to scoot you back on the correct path. But if you're not paying attention, or if you're numbing yourself with alcohol, drugs, any other vices, and not paying attention to the signs from the universe, then you can, I think, go down the wrong path for your whole life and never reach your destiny, never find your passion or your purpose in life. Like
everyone is though like that. They have purpose, creativeness.
Yes.
Thoughtfulness.
Everything is inherent.
Critical thinking. But with all their other issues, they block that all with substances.
Yes.
Flatline.
And that's included. Like, that's including social media, like including doom scrolling. Yeah. Anything that takes you away from either looking within, or even just like, some people need to like look within and visualize. Other people need to turn their mind off. Like whatever it is that you need to do in order to like create peace. Yeah.
Your purest self, because sober, not distracted.
Yeah.
Just turning off.
Turning off like the voices that aren't you.
This loud world.
This loud
That's what's crazy though.
world.
Like you and Logan as an example, you guys were born and then made every single day a multiple amount of decisions and choices to still.
And we connected multiple times through time and space. Like we met when I was 17. We were reintroduced when I was 19.
Yeah.
And then we saw each other again when I was 20. And then we started dating. You know what I mean? It was like we kept like weaving in and out. And every time I saw him, it was like a, you know,
Nerd.
There was like a feeling, you know.
Still though, even before
crazy.
You knew each other.
I know.
You guys still had and your family, your parents had to make decisions.
Yep. That leads into my personal theory.
Whoa.
Which I call.
We'd be segueing.
There's something. No, it's like we're really on topic today. There's something called the invisible string theory, which is really strictly to do with your soulmate. It's like the invisible strings that are pulling you together throughout your life, and then you find each other. But think about that. You're not in tune, bitch.
You're probably right.
My theory is on a grander scale that there are invisible threads. It's like, I call it the invisible thread theory. And it's like everything is connected by invisible threads that think about this in terms of imagery, weave the tapestry of your life. So think about all these invisible like spirit threads, like weaving, connecting you to people. You can also like put out a thread with intention, right? If you have an intention for something, if you're working towards something every single day, it's becoming a stronger and stronger and stronger thread, getting you closer and closer to connecting to the thing.
So is manifesting just strengthening threads?
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially.
And like putting more energy into certain threads, but also certain threads relationships, connections that you have with people can be detrimental. They could be
You gotta cut
toxic.
some.
They could be codependent and not even realize. You have to like weaken and cut and know threads and
Damn.
attachments, right? Energy attachments that you have in your life, people, hobbies, places, anything,
And that's why your life
habits.
is like a beautiful song.
And it's funny that you look at it like strings and song, and I look at it like a big like woven
like a web.
tapestry.
Yeah.
Or like a web. And it's funny because I can look back at this. I didn't save it, but I Googled just to see if like the invisible thread theory was a thing. And I found this girl called like awakeningself.com. And it was like a spiritual girl. And she was like, I
That
just
sounds
got
familiar.
this like spirit download I want to like share. And it was about like the invisible threads of your life and about literal spider web, like a huge web, like casting to like catch something that like comes by, like an opportunity. You're like weaving a bigger web so that you can like catch like the opportunities as they fly by.
Mm.
And it goes much deeper and deeper and deeper into like our purpose, why are we here, what are
Written in the stars.
And I should send it to you. You would love it. I'll send it to you to read. It's like a really nice little excerpt. It would take me like 10 minutes to read it here, so I won't. But maybe I will share the link
Yeah.
because it's a really nice way to look at it because it takes into consideration religion and like it doesn't matter if you believe in God, source, higher self. Like it literally does not matter.
Link in description.
Yeah, link in bio. And so yeah, I think like the stronger the energy of the connection, the easier it is to manifest things in the 3D.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like keeping your healthy connection strong with people and like putting intention and energy behind, like if you want to learn piano, you're not just going to one day like be thinking yourself closer to knowing the piano. You're going to be doing lessons. You're going to be practicing. Those are intention, energy threads you're putting towards the piano connection, you know?
It's like so easy to look at it that way now, but when you start going through life, like right after
I
this
know.
podcast, I'm just like be losing the idea.
That's the thing. These threads,
of, like,
when we are living
thinking, all
them,
my decisions are
they're linear,
strengthening threads.
right? We're going down a linear road. But if you take this higher self step back and picture your higher self looking at this 3-dimensional thing, it's like a tapestry or like a song or like a web. Like it's something that's actually woven together to create. And what if this tapestry is predetermined and it's like your life purpose, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's like your life plan or God's plan.
That's so.
And then you're in the threads, like you're living it like this. But if you take a step back, it's actually a painting. You know what I mean? But while you're living it, you're like,
whoa,
you are like the threads moving through.
Damn.
But then your higher self sees it like this.
Yeah.
That's how I see it in my head.
Perspective.
And you know what's funny? Logan and I were high one night talking about this. And I was like, it's like the invisible threads. And I was like, no, I could literally picture an animated short film that's like talking about like the tapestry of life and like all these invisible threads that connect you to every single thing. And then I was like, why do I feel like, and we had just talked about Castaic, by the way. And I was like, why do I feel like one of our neighbors in Castaic ended up being an animator? Like I just had that. Andrew, he's an animator at DreamWorks.
Yeah.
And he literally is
he fulfilled his destiny.
Yes. And he's
Disney
a production coordinator for a show on Netflix from DreamWorks. And I had Sienna watch it. It's like called Dewdrops, Little Fairies. It's the cutest little thing. And he's literally like producing animated stuff. I'm like, oh my God, that is so ironic. We were just talking about that.
My only real friend in Castaic.
I know. I told him it was our only two friends. We played like hockey in their garage.
Yep.
And then we had this tapestry of life conversation. And then I was like, wait a minute, he was an animator. And then I looked it up. I'm like, that is so ironic.
Andrew? Not Adrian?
Yeah, Adrian's not. He's an engineer.
Jesus Christ.
Andrew's an animator.
Jesus Christ.
I just thought that was ironic. And then I was thinking about every single decision that's led us to where we are. And just also like, think about how like ingrained like Fox is in our lives for a second. When we first moved out here, one of Logan's first jobs was a Fox restaurant. Who hired him? Joe.
Yeah.
That's how we met Joe. Weaving along. Like it's just one of my first brand photography jobs.
Literally weaving.
One of my first brand photography jobs, Fox, Olive and Ivy. One of my first influencer contracts, Greenhouse. Worked with a ton of stuff with Joe with like Fox. You know what I mean? Just like, and then it got me to where I am now. And now I'm like going to be on the preferred vendors list for Fox's next like venture. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it's like just so ironic.
The beginning of the
everyone I've met, I feel like here it's like,
what other people will you meet in other decisions that you're going to make?
Get me to somewhere I don't even maybe foresee for myself.
Or
that's the thing.
Can't even comprehend.
You have no idea where your life could go. I don't even know if we talked about this 1 year ago.
What if in COVID you were like, one day I'm going to make fucking wedding shit. Sorry, I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe it that
that's
well.
fine.
At a hotel that
Design,
doesn't
just
exist
event design.
by
No, exactly. By someone who I'm currently like trying to shoot
at the
photography
base
for.
of Camelback.
No, it's stunning. No, it's stunning. But I also just recently saw a
No
picture
idea.
of
Yeah,
me and
no
Logan
idea.
in 2019, like just before COVID. It was like December 2019. We looked like babies, like round face
I
little
have a
babies.
good photo of
I
us at North.
couldn't believe it.
I think right before I moved here,
Mm-hmm.
we were at North and I think drinking Peronis.
Mm-hmm. I recall. And yeah, just that Zinburger. Yeah, one of the first little shoots was Zinburger. What was the first Fox restaurant we ever went to? Zinburger for Dad's like 50th
Yeah.
birthday. First time we ever went to
Oh
Tempe.
yeah.
I ended up doing a contract with Tempe. You know what I mean? Like first time I ever went to Tempe was at a Fox restaurant. My first apartment in Tucson, right behind it, Zinburger on
Why
Grant.
Logan asked for your hand at a Fox restaurant, I'm sure. The one in Tucson.
In marriage.
Yeah.
He proposed at a Fox restaurant.
No, ask permission to mom and
Oh, yes. He took mom and dad to Wildflower in
Wildflower.
Tucson to
Yeah.
ask, for their blessing. Crazy. So it's just like the way, and then
What
now you
does the
guys still
Fox
work
say?
with Fox. Like it's just
I
so
know.
funny how like this one brand has like literally been defining my life for the last like 6 years.
Well, yeah, without that job, I would not have been able to live on my own.
Logan wouldn't be able to literally be the breadwinner for our family while I basically take a year to build a business from nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
props
Fox.
on you, bro.
But
thanks, Sam.
yeah, I would like to
Shout out, Sam.
evolve from
Of course. But I have some ideas for you. We'll talk about it later.
Bob
Put you to
the
work.
Builder. Yes, he can.
I'm like, build this and this.
Low key though, like, yeah.
I could see you building. Dude, does that seem fun?
It
like,
seems like a daunting task because I
but
would like to
Kaden,
be. Well,
once you know the basics, you just need
that's what I've
some like
heard.
2x4s.
One of our good friends, Austin, that lives in Dallas, he has his own company and shit, and literally he's a contractor, independent contractor, taught himself everything.
Mhm.
He's like, it's common sense. Just kind of fucking so easier said
It
than done.
is, but and I think you probably get intimidated by like the math, the measurements, but it's not hard. It's
necessarily.
not hard.
It's just starting, or just
We have a lot of
trying to-
tools as well.
Yeah.
Use whatever you want.
Just start small with Legos, you know.
Totally. Get your Lego set for your
my hands
birthday.
dirty.
Yeah, get in there.
I
It's
think
like
I
working
think-
outside, like working with your hands.
What I probably should do is like buy a really old used like van, not like it's I don't even know shiny brand
and
new
just get your hands
Sprinter,
dirty.
and build out like a
Yeah.
weekender layout.
Love that. Oh my God. Little family trips.
We're talking like less than 4K at
Yes.
the most.
Yes. I love that idea.
As a build.
Yes.
Hopefully one day I'll have somewhere to build it.
Yeah. We'll see. Do you have any other life
honestly, I don't know.
updates?
Do you have any more theories?
Oh, well, I like don't know how much time we have.
It's been an
are we
hour
doing okay?
30. No, I'm joking.
Oh my God, my heart.
An hour on the dot.
Oh, gorgeous. I just wrote down those.
And we had that
many worlds,
beginning.
simulation, my theory. We had a hefty beginning and a
What
little
do
mini
you
catching up,
believe?
Kaden. No, I believe in the invisible worlds theory. And do you want me to pull up a little bit of that snippet of what I was telling you about?
Sure.
Okay.
If it's
Close it out on a
yeah,
positive.
close it out, something like that.
The invisible threads of life. Okay, wait. I'm just going to read the high level thing that was okay. There are invisible sacred threads that connect us to spirit, others, and what we want in our lives. Work with them consciously and transform your life. If you're consciously, literally, if you're conscious about these things on a day-to-day basis and you can visualize energy, strings, threads, cords, whatever is easy for you, or just like light, beams of light, like shooting to every choice, everything you're doing, and like, yeah, the many worlds theory. What if it's literally copy, paste, duplicate, you know what I mean? You in that another reality where you're going that way, you know what I mean? Just by making that other choice. Like that other choice is literally splitting you off into a copy and paste world where you can live that higher timeline. And you can and it's never too late to keep making decisions that align you with that higher timeline. Basically, she's saying we may feel alone and unsupported, but that's just because we can't see the support. But that doesn't mean it's not there. Our planet is supported by space, but unseen by unseen yet palpable forces. We're held on the planet by gravity that we don't perceive. There's a similar invisible support in our lives from the divine, and that could be whatever you want: God, universe, Buddha, Jesus, source, everything. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'm trying not to like read the whole thing, but get like the point across.
I mean,
Um,
I get you.
yeah, it means that we can call on the support that we need to meet each day from those invisible threads. We're given what we need to rise up to any challenge before us. And then there's like threads. Okay, so she lays out the threads of intention, the threads of connection, and basically she likened it to just what you had pictured, which is a spider web, and that you are just
Mm.
like weaving this web for your life. I'll just read the last couple paragraph or the last like paragraph or so. Every day, we're creating threads and feeling the effects of our connections to spirit, others, and our life visions. Begin to pay attention to your threads, which are energetic connections. Cultivate your threads of spirit and allow yourself to receive that divine support. Nurture your threads to those you love and who encourage and love you back. Choose your
Mm.
threads of intention with mindfulness and service to a higher good. When you're attentive and conscious about your energetic threads, you'll spin a tapestry of truth, harmony, beauty, and empowerment, which will ripple out to uplift others. So it's like the ripple effect. Like the more you're in harmony with life and your truth and your path, like the more harmony you spread out, and then other people, you know what I mean? It's like it's everyone's saying the same thing. Choose love, love thy neighbor.
Yeah, can't stress that
Positive
enough.
vibes. Manifest what you want through doing and intention. And, I'm not trying to get like, I feel like I don't want to lean too like spiritual or like religious on this podcast, but it's like, it's literally the basis of life is like why you believe we're all here and what we're all working towards. So it's like,
We are not human beings having a
mm,
spiritual experience. We are
mm-hmm,
spiritual beings having a human experience.
exactly. Totally. And it's just about not losing touch with who you are on a spirit level and letting the
Mm-hmm.
ego and letting all these material, physical, 3D, low vibrational things dragging us down.
Follow. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And yeah, this is what I was saying with like
Bars.
um this girl talking about like the web of
12,
intent.
12.
The second effect of creating a thread of intent is that it catches what resonates with our vision. Just like the spider who spun her web to catch flies, when we have an intention, it's like a web out in the universe waiting for something to fly by that fits the bill. So for you, seeking a new mate and focus your intent on the kind of relationship you want, the threads of intent will let you know when someone is near that plucks your heartstrings and aligns with your, like what you want. Did you catch that?
I like that.
Okay.
It all feels good and resonates.
Like the
I'm
spider,
excited. Oh,
when that person comes near, you'll feel a tug on that thread of intent and know that this is a person worth connecting to. So if you have the thread of intent of the kind of person you want to be with, when the universe puts that person in your path, that string will like tug and you'll have a feeling that that's a person you're meant to connect with.
I wonder if there's any connection to that with that movie with Adam Sandler, that spider in space.
Oh my God, right. Spaceman?
Yeah, I never
That's
watched it, but
interesting. No,
made me think about it.
I think that's scary, but it didn't get great reviews.
All right.
Sorry, Adam. That's all I have. That's what I believe is like the tapestry of life, the invisible threads of life linking us. And it's just about keeping positive, keeping grateful, and putting out positive intentions. And just literally everyone needs to mind their own fucking business. Like people are way too focused on other people's lives. If everyone just minded their own business, focused on their own higher path, bruh,
You have to. You are not someone else, and that's it. Bottom line,
mind your business.
you'll never be able to
And don't compare.
fully know what they're going through.
Exactly. Or why they needed to do what they needed to do. Yep. That's good for me.
Let's get a quick.
Oh, are we oming? Ooh. Oh. Very resonant.
It's
Love
gonna
it.
be okay.
It's gonna be okay, everyone. Have a
Very
great
432
week.
hertz. Have a great week.
Oh
Follow
yeah,
us.
follow.
Support.
rate and review only if
Spread
it's
the
5
word.
stars. Follow us on socials. Watch on YouTube.
Spread the love.
Subscribe. Spread the love. See you
Stay
next
spiritual.
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Oh.